You get on the internet. And
Okay, we're with Ed, your guidance, in near Chicago, Illinois, and we're looking at a model 24A or 24, and he had to make some adjustments to this jukebox. So Ed, go ahead, tell us what you did.
all right, what I did here was it was missing the subtract component for the credit unit up on top.
Okay, it works on coins, but he had to rig something up. So let's.
All right, so what I did here was put the original mechanism back in,
Okay.
but there should be a linkage going from here down to here that's going to connect this to subtract the credit every time it stops a record. So what I had to do, since I couldn't get one, is I had to rig up a latch solenoid off a Seeburg keyboard LPC1.
So we got a Seeburg latch solenoid off a Seeburg LPC1.
And this is 24 volts AC.
Okay.
So what this does, every time it pulls down, it subtracts a credit.
Got it.
Okay?
Yep.
And that is operated by a switch that I installed, which hits a cam in here.
Okay, and that's the switch right there. Okay,
yep.
With the green wires.
And this switch feeds back into a transformer, 24 volt AC transformer mounted here on the mechanism.
Okay.
Also, inside the control panel, if you look through this hole, I mounted a 24 volt AC play control relay off a receiver unit from a Seeburg.
Mm-hmm.
And what that does is when the switch energizes, the relay is going to pull in. This is going to subtract 1, and it's going to continue to keep going until the switch comes off. It's going to override and the motor's going to shut off. Without the relay in here, there's not enough inertia in the wheel to clear the switch.
Okay.
So this would be in the on position all the time.
Right. Well, you don't want that.
You don't want that. Now
right.
I also hooked up the transformer to the motor on the unit, so when the motor stops, the 24 volts is shut down.
I got it.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're going to watch how it works. I'm just going to go ahead and hit a credit on here.
Okay.
Okay. And it's going to, the cam's going to come around.
Yep.
Now it's going to play the record first.
Okay.
When it gets done playing the record, the cam's going to come around, hit the switch. It's subtracted. It closed the
Yes, it's subtracted.
override.
I heard it click.
It energized the override relay to continue giving current to the motor. And then once the switch went in the normally open position, the relay cut out, this cut out, and the motor stopped.
We're getting blurriness. And how long did it take you, since we were missing some parts, how long did it take you to think about how to overcome this problem?
No, I thought about it when I was sitting relaxing, how to do it, and it came to my mind, and I thought I can do it with a relay in this. I looked in here, and that was it.
Well, what can we say? You're a jukebox genius. Ed Urgaitis, one of the best jukebox repair guys in the whole wide world.
So let's
Ed is the man.
Let's do a dime. This should give us 2 credits.
He's going to put a dime in.
So okay, so it's going to play that song.
Good evening, brothers and sisters. I'm very sorry to announce that Deacon Jones will not be present.
Cancel it.
I should have another one selected. Canceled it.
Yep.
Now it's going to continue.
The dime was 2 plays. Brings out the
plays
next
up
one.
here.
There's no record in there, but it's the same thing. He's going to cancel it. And then it should shut off.
There
And
she
there you
goes.
go. Yep.
Beautiful.
No, you're beautiful. You're the man, Ed.
All right, guy.
You are the man. So, Ed, I want to thank you for doing that.
No problem.
It's going to be
It was
cool.
just a brain. I didn't even do any paperwork, didn't draw it. It's all in my head.
Oh my goodness.
I can build a house with what's in my head.
You can, and that's what's cool about the jukebox hobby. That sometimes you have to overcome stuff. That if you're missing a part, well, how can we? You know, these jukeboxes for the Wurlitzers of the middle 30s. They're mechanical in the way they select. They're not an electric select.
Yeah,
So,
and there are incoherent problems with these mechanical systems.
yep.
Because you must make a selection before you put money in.
Right.
Because if you don't, the search unit by the button assembly is looking for a stop point, and
Yep.
if it doesn't find it, it'll stop anywhere it wants to.
Let's look at the front of this. Turn it a little bit.
Okay, open that. And then we can open this. And when you push these levers in, they come down, extend, and you've got a lever that comes over and hits the button rod, and that tells it where to stop to pick up the record.
Right.
And if you put coins in and don't make a selection, that's going to go around and it's going to stop anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Which means it could stop at the point of the star wheel,
Right.
and it could jam up and break the dog bone.
Yep.
So it's an incoherent problem with these. They alleviated all that when they went to electrical selector,
Yep.
because you had to make a selection. So always, what I do, and I had some of these machines when I was a kid, I always made a selection and a couple more just in case, so it knew where to stop.
Right.
Because if you look, let me put this back up.
Yeah, I'm getting very blurry.
I'm gonna.
This is one of the coolest looking Art Deco machines. When we
All right, what I'm gonna do is make a selection, and
we're getting a lot of blurriness there.
Is that due to the
Yeah.
lighting here?
Yeah. Let me try and back up here so you can sort of see it.
Okay. Maybe you were too close.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks amazing in the dark.
Okay. Now what happens when the star wheel gets to a point?
Good evening, brothers and sisters. I'm very sorry to announce that Deacon Jones will not be present at the service today.
When the star wheel gets to a point
Everybody to
and
be
it
happy,
indents that star
because
wheel,
when you're happy,
you notice
that's what
that the rod that goes up and down to the trays is going to go up a little bit and back down the center and pull out the tray. And the other problem, if you don't make a selection, it could pull out two trays at one time,
Right.
which is not good.
That's
Right.
something
So-
about the deacon.
That is so beautiful.
Who's honored and respected?
All right. Well, thanks for sharing that, Ed. Thank you very much.
Now who's so